Welcome, 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 disc golf fans. Here we are. We're here for the final week of the, excuse me, winter putt and stuff putting league here, presented by Gatekeeper Media. I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors here: Second District Brewing Company, Millennium Golf Disc, Heiser Flip Disc Golf Apparel, and our 2-year sponsor now, Disc Golf. We love the relationship we have with them. If you haven't checked them out already, please do. They're a disc golf drinking game. Where you can go out with your buddies, go out to the course, bring maybe like a 6-pack, and you can do some outrageous stuff out on the course. My name is Chris. We're going to have Derek down on the field today. We're here for the final week. Pretty close overall. I would say a lot can happen. Kof is leading right now. So Kof's sitting at, I believe, 145. I'll bring up the scores in a little bit. Caleb is right behind him, though. So I did some math, crunched some numbers. If Kof doesn't shoot anything better than a 32 today, and Caleb shoots better than a 35, Caleb can walk away with the championship here. We have some pretty good payouts for the top 3. And we still have a battle for 3rd place, too. Nikko sitting at 3rd. We have JJ in 4th, Cruz in 5th. So those top 5 spots are still something to play for, and that's exciting, and that's why we did this whole format, dropping some of the best weeks. Thank you, everyone that's been in here. You guys know who you are, who's been active in the chat. You guys have done so much for just the support that you guys have given. It's just been amazing. Rooting for who you're rooting for, giving us feedback when things are going wrong. Like I said, this is a new production that we tried out here. I don't know, I guess shaking off the cobwebs and the bearings before we really start. Because we're going to be in Vegas next week. So we're going to be covering 3rd card, Las Vegas Open. We'll be back in post-production. The season's going to start, and we have a huge surprise. We have new graphics coming out, new everything. So stay tuned for that. So I'm going to go over kind of the order of how we're going to play, and then we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to show you the scores. So we're going to have Prue and Vito starting off here today. We're going to have Brian Sr. and Mike Sr. And we're going to have Kof and Caleb, so that's the one to watch out for there. So that's the head-to-head for first. We're going to have Ken and JJ. We're going to have Brian Jr., Mike Jr., and we're going to have Nate and Nikko sitting at 3rd. And then we have PJ shooting alone today. So we have a pretty good crowd here. It's a little rainy down here in South Philadelphia. So I'm glad we were able to get a pretty good turnout here for the final week. Let me just bring up the scores real quick. And then I'm going to talk to Derek, and we'll probably get started. So check out. You can do the math in your head and kind of see how this is all going to play out here. Yeah, folks, that is definitely a close one with Kof sitting at 145, Caleb sitting at 132. Like I said, Kof, if he shoots anything better than a 32, he could pretty much seal it up, but there's definitely an opportunity there. Let's just make sure Derek's camera's all good here. Does it say connected?
It does say connected. Pretty low megabit threshold here, but we are connected.
All right.
Hear me.
It's got you, yeah, but it's got you in.
Now it's saying waiting. Should be good.
All right, we don't have you in landscape. That's the only problem. There we go. All right.
I had to force it.
I had to force it for a second. All right, we're good there.
Tell our field that we're ready to go.
Yeah, let's start. I'm going to cut down to you.
Ready to go? All right, Prue, you're up first, all right? Yep, same as before.
All right, folks, so we're starting off here. This is the final week of the winter putt stuff. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to start off with Prue here from 20 feet. Not a great start there for Prue. Vito barely gets that one by. Unfortunately misses. Big shout out to Vito coming out to all these events, though. He missed 1 week, I believe. And both these guys are going to take one. And like I said, I probably sound like a broken record by this point, but at least walking away with one from that 20-foot mark is setting you up for some type of success. You definitely want to at least get 2 if you want to be in that top tier, which Prue is definitely fighting for right now. Vito from the 25-foot mark. That just kind of bounced right off the cage there. Oh man, these guys are a little antsy. I guess they did a little too much practicing. A little bit of a struggle bus here to begin. I don't think these guys are used to going first. Yeah, switched it up. Oh. You could. Yeah, that was from 25. As you can tell, Prue's a little frustrated. We actually had to move some barrels for him because he has such a big hyzer putt. We had to move some barrels to make sure that it didn't get in the way. Let's cut down the Derek's angle here and kind of see what he's looking at. Vito's able to finally knock him in there.
All right, so that's where you...
Nice, 7 points there for Vito.
All right, so Vito looks like he takes the lead on this one. All right, we good? All right, so yeah, Vito is taking the lead very quick week. Next up, we have the seniors. So we have Brian Sr. I believe. Oh, Brian Sr. is now a grandfather. So congratulations to him. Got a lot more to play for this week, I guess. So right now we do have Brian Sr. up first. Is that correct? All right. So how we feeling today, gentlemen? Good? All right, we're just waiting on the booth here. As soon as we get the go-ahead. Now, Brian, you're going to be shooting. And let me cut over here. We're good? All right, Brian.
It's Brian Sr. missed a couple weeks because, like I said, he did become a grandfather. So big shout out to him. This is family playing here. Decided to mix it up and put the old heads together. Brian Sr. is saying that he used to play back at Sedgley back in the 80s, funny enough. And when I told him I was doing disc golf, he was, his eyes kind of lit up. He's like, oh, I actually remember playing that back in the day. So he's able to get 1 point in there. And he's placed, too, in a couple weeks. I remember he was here last year. He actually knocked off one of our pros here locally. Yeah, during the match play section. Mike Sr. here. This is family for me. He is very new to the sport. I definitely introduced this to him. So he's trying to get better every day. So he kisses some chains there. And really, I think that's what this whole thing's about, is just introducing the sport to people, growing the sport. And I think that's really what we've accomplished doing this, is building it week by week, building it year by year, and continue to grow this into something and get it into the eyes of other people. Being at a brewery, a lot of people come back here and ask us what we're doing, and it's really good to bring awareness to the sport. Senior's going to put him at 4. That's all right, though.
All right.
Thank you.
So, Brian.
Yes, sir.
How does it feel playing your first round since
Good.
becoming a grandfather?
Actually, it's good.
Okay, very cool. Now, I know that we were practicing a little bit together when you first got here after we got everything set up.
Yes.
And you said, hey, I'm going to save it, making it. And you were able to capitalize on a 30-foot putt. So, I'd say not a terrible start.
I should have saved a few more.
Probably. But you're starting with 4 points round 1. So let's see where we can have you go for round 2.
Hopefully it's better.
I'm sorry. Thanks, man. Right, so right now we have Caleb and Kof up next. Kof is already in here. You want to go get your partner? No practices. Go get your partner. We're ready to... Do you not want to go get your competitor? So Koof's here, like always. If we... Oh, here he comes. All right, so Koof's going to be playing first. He's going to be first up. But, I mean, he's got some ground that he can make and put up a really good fight. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what this first round for both of these players are going to be like. And let me see if they're ready to play, because I think we are.
And this is what it's about, folks. These are our top two players playing for something, playing for everything. The bread and butter, the whole dish. Let's see if nerves will get to either one of these men. So far, Koof's making it look easy. So last week was the worst week Koof had, actually, only putting up 31 points. His lowest score being 32. Caleb putting up very similar numbers overall, except his worst score has been a 22-point game, and that's really all the difference between these two guys. Caleb's able to land that there. Koof's keeping it going. Yeah, it's a good start for these guys here. Koof is feeling it off the beginning. He's sitting at 8 points, but can make or break you from this 30-footer here. Koof looking for a perfect round. Koof 1 putt away from a perfect round. But Caleb is no stranger to making putts here. And Koof doesn't get it. Oh.
Looks like I missed the button here, folks. Is this for you there, bud?
Thank you.
All right. Well, so, I mean, it's not really... Next round there, bud. Really, both Caleb and Koof have both shot perfect rounds throughout the league. So that's both have gotten 40 points for a week well. So, I mean, they're really fighting it. That's really going to be the Koof and Caleb show as of right now. But we have a really close contention for third place. And, you know, something could happen. Right now we have JJ and Ken up. I believe Ken first. So, Ken, you're going to be first. We're just waiting on titles and scores. As soon as I get the go from the booth, I'm going to give you the thumbs up. We're going to alternate like before. We know the drill, right? How we... Looks like they're feeling all right. All right. So we are good.
So JJ definitely has something to play for as well, as he's looking to take home that third place spot from Nikko. That's a good start there from JJ, knocking on 3 points. JJ's really feeling it here. There we go. Ken finally getting on the board there with a 2-pointer. JJ sitting at 8 total now. So Jay's going to have to put up a pretty hefty score here. He's going to have to score about, I think, about 35 to 37 points and Nikko is going to have to put up one of his worst rounds in about the 20s to have him see himself take home at least third place here. But no stranger to perfect rounds. Ken knocks in that three-pointer. And it's funny because that 30-footer could make or break you. That changes everything. If Ken knocks this one down here, I mean, it's going to put him at 9. Unfortunately, he's going to have to settle for 5. JJ knocks it in. That's going to put him down to 3. Or 11, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said 3.
All right, there you go. So JJ, we got you up. Now you're kind of in contention for the 3rd place here this week for overall standings. How are we feeling about for that?
I mean, it's cool. Me and Nick already talked about it, so we know what we need to have happen. And,
so you already went through the points and everything in your head.
Yeah, we went through
well, I'm not going to get in your head anymore. We'll catch you on your
No,
second
I'm not
round.
even in my own head right now, so I'm not in order.
Perfect. That's the true mentality of someone here who's looking to take home that W. So we got the juniors up next. Brian Jr. got that fresh baby at home, so he's got a lot to play for this week. So he missed a couple. I think that you know what, that could very well happen, and we're gonna kind of talk to Brian and see, maybe what lack of sleep, things like that. Now, Mike, he hit 5 points last week. That is an extremely good upswing because I think the week before he may have only hit 1. So right now his goal to beat is 5, but let's see if he can make 10. I'm going to head on.
Brian Jr.'s first, Mike Jr.'s second.
All right, Brian, you're going to be first. Are we getting the go-ahead?
Yep, we're good. We're rolling.
You're good to go.
I got the chat sitting here running out of Kof lines. You guys have to have better Kof lines than that. It was 1999, and a young Spry Kof leapt to his, grabbed his lily pad, and flung to the briar bush. The sport of disc golf was birthed that day. Look at that.
All right. Both juniors are showing up.
All right.
Awesome to see you guys.
So, like they were saying, they sucked in practice. They come out here and start shooting well, where other people probably played really well in practice, and now they're sucking.
How that works.
It really is. We're going to go to Derek's view down here and see what he's looking at.
All right. Hits cage. Well, Ryan Jr. might be running away with this round here. But Mike Jr. says, I see you, and I got you. Now, Ryan Jr. did see that, or felt that it was just off as soon as he let go, but still one more positioning to shoot from. Here you go, bud.
Both of them taking down another 2 points there. I mean, Mike German just in this one round, he's already at what he made last week. So that's really nice to see. I mean, he could literally break his own record just in the first round, and that's what I call improvement. He actually even told me he's been watching videos. I introduced him to the sport not long ago. So he's very, very fresh in the sport. He's only actually played a couple of rounds of disc golf ever. So it's exciting to see what he does here, and just seeing him improve as we go.
Well, it's very noticeable, the new tactic that he's
He almost has more of a hyzer putt. Yeah, he's been watching Prue.
watching Prue a little too much.
Oh! He got it.
All right.
I'm going to go down to you, Derek.
Fine.
Well, Mike, you came here saying the
I got 5.
well, you did beat 5.
I got 8, right?
You did. Look, only up from here. My goal for you was to break 10, and you have 2 more rounds to do that. How we feeling?
Feeling good. I feel good tonight. I really do.
You're looking good. I see that you are changing things up a little bit. You got more of a hyzer putt going on for you. Now, where did you learn that from?
Videos, actually.
That's great to hear.
I've been watching your videos and
like the putting league, videos.
I've been watching Prue here too. He has a little, like, not a hyzer, but
it is a hyzer.
like,
yeah,
like
he floats them right in. So having that angle there might have a little bit.
It could help me out for the longer.
I would agree, and we can definitely tell, but just based off of the form that you're showing. So, really great showing for your first round. Can't wait to see what round 2 is for you, man.
Let's see if we can break 10.
We got to get you a disc golf hat instead of Callaway over here. So next up we have Nikko and Nate. Nate is the newcomer last year, but last week he took the W. Nate, you know, he knew coming in that he was only going to be here for the 2 weeks, but he's a trooper because the weather is really nasty outside today. But I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to put up for their first round this week. Let's see what practice had, benefited or maybe cooled them off a little bit before we started playing. But I'm going to kind of... We feeling good? No? Apparently they're not feeling...
Oh, looks like our webcam froze. That's not good. We're going to be down on Derek's angle here. Sorry about that, folks. That's 6 seconds there. Let's see if that's going to mess Nikko up here. He's got a lot on the line. And he sinks it. Cool. Man, that was a close one. Talk about stepping up to the line, doing your entire routine, and then having to break that tradition and redo it and take the shot. We talked about that in our coverage not that long ago, funny enough. Big ups by those guys. Especially Nikko here. So from the 25-foot mark. The weird thing with Nikko is he's actually been playing better in the match plays and the head-to-heads than he has been in the actual just 3 rounds that we play, as you would, I guess, call the regular season of the night. He's been putting up perfect rounds when the points actually don't matter. It's just you're going head-to-head here. But he must be feeling it here. He's coming straight from work, looking all classy. Both these guys off to great starts. Yeah, right? Both guys sitting at 8 points total. I'm kind of wishing Nate was here from the start. I think he would have definitely been up in this competition here. He would have been battling in this 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 1st position. He had a really good week first week, putting up 25 points. Unfortunately, this is only the 2nd week that he's able to make it, and he puts up a perfect round here today. And Nick loses it by 1. Oh, man.
Nick, we got something to talk about here, bud. You gotta no?
Me? Why do I gotta talk about it? He's
because you're the one
perfect round.
Well, because you're the one coming in this week with the W.
Yeah, and you can for 2 more rounds.
That's right. That's right. Well, thanks for being a good sport and being on camera, man. I appreciate the fact that Nate got that to him about it after his next round, but I really wanted to, see how Nikko was feeling coming from that win from last week and being familiar. his mustache isn't as sharp this week, so I think he needs to trim it up a little bit. Maybe he gets a little more aerodynamic when he's shooting. Now PJ is going to be the last one. He's our third tonight. Again, last one here, so he's going to be putting by himself. If you are familiar with our coverage, you know that you have to step away between each shot if you shoot solo. Do we remember the rules? Yeah.
All right, we have PJ all alone here. It's always a weird feeling shooting alone, I feel like. PJ said he enjoyed it. He actually shot alone a couple weeks ago and was able to put up, I think, a good 25-er. He does come from college, from classes, to get here. He's a big fan of ours. So he doesn't get a lot of time to practice. Some of these guys show up almost an hour early and they kind of play around and shoot around. He kind of shows up, gets one chance to kind of throw a couple, and that's it. So, but it's nice to see him out here. He's been very supportive. I think he's come out to, this is his 4th week, maybe even his 5th. We'll have to double check on that. But this is going to finish out our final round here, folks. Yeah, Bob, I think Kof did scare some people from showing up tonight. I think he scared some people from this entire tournament, this entire league. I don't want to throw out any names, but let's just say there's some people that were here last year. They didn't come out this year. I don't know if they didn't enjoy the experience or if they're afraid of the new competition, because there's some good competition out here. PJ sitting at 3. If he's able to knock in a 30-footer here and walk away with 6, I mean, it's a pretty consistent and average score, I would say. He is unable to do that.
Great. Like, that was the worst on including all the practice that I did. I did like 2-ish practice rounds.
Worth? Okay.
Yeah.
That's not so bad. Yeah. Kind of almost an entire evening's worth, just about. But I know that you had made a comment about liking to shoot by yourself, and I know that you put up a good number last time you did that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you can bring out for round 2.
Yeah, that's...
Just remember, slow and steady, bud.
Yeah, last time I shot by myself, the worst I shot was 4, so that was...
All right, folks, well, we have Prue and Vito. They're all ready to go. We're going to have Prue up first again. And I think we're losing Vito, so we're going to have to give it a hot second. Prue, you're going to be shooting first again. And we are...
Here, I'm gonna hop in and say a quick thing. No, I just wanted to say a couple things real quick. Big shout out to all of our sponsors being through the first round. I just want to say big shout out to 2nd District Brewing for doing all of this here. Millennium Golf Disc for having these amazing player packs and putters. Disc Scope for having these awesome, what do they have? Towels. And then Heiser Flip for having these awesome hats. We have these bags. Just all this was amazing. The koozies, I forgot about the koozies. Enough of me talking about the sponsors. Let's hop right into it.
All right, Prue, you ready? All right, we're good to go, bud.
So Prue only took 4 in the first round. That's pretty low for I would say his caliber of play. Let's see, much better start there already, but let's see if he's able to recapitalize since he is in the running for 3rd. And there it is. It's a much better start. So we'll put him at 7 points total. Vito knocking in the 1. That's going to put him at 9. So Prue, he's got a lot of work to do. Let's just say that. He definitely sitting 1 point behind JJ. He has 1 hole less week than Nick, but Nick's weeks have been much better, so he does have to put up a pretty decent score. Like I said, he's around JJ with having to put up almost 37, 38 points this week just to really get anything. With Nikko almost shooting a perfect round in round one, it's going to be pretty tough for him to do that. Hey, if you're not good at putting with distractions going on, you definitely want to come to the putting league, because that will get you better. We're going to cut to Derek giving the disc. Those are backup putters? Wow. Yeah. So from the 30-foot mark, neither of these guys able to connect yet. Crew knew it right out of his hands, a little short. Man, tough scores for this guy. Yeah.
That's got some pepper on it. Oh, that was 30 foot. Sorry, folks. I learned about not getting in the way of them getting their discs, but you know, I mean, I'll take the stage again. So I missed them twice, but we have the seniors up again. So let's see if Brian can kind of still take it away. You know, like I said, being a grandfather seemed to agree with him a little bit, and then we do need to have Mike Senior put up some numbers here if he wants to, you know, at least be in the running of putting numbers on the board. Well, are you guys ready? All right, so they are ready. We're going to switch away, and I think Brian is up first again. Brian, yep.
That's the thing with this basket. A lot of people say if you shoot a little high, a little to the side, you kind of kiss some change. Doesn't really, it's not able to stick as well as some other baskets. But some people have complained. Some people have really enjoyed it because they think it's made them a better putter. As Brian's able to knock one in. I'm calling it. Mike Senior's going to knock this one in right here. Oh. Called it too soon. Brian Senior is able to get another one in there. It's going to put him at 7 total. Senior still with a pretty big goose egg. Final marker, 30 foot. This is where it makes or breaks you. I feel like Mike just needs to kind of level out his shot a little bit. Ooh. Unfortunate splash out there.
All right, folks, so let's have a talk with Mike here. There you go. So, Mike, after 2 rounds and 0 points.
That's not good.
It is not good. I'm not going to lie to you. League, so we really, again, appreciate it. And you're hitting metal. So you're there.
Make them in when I'm practicing.
Yeah, that you kind of expend yourself a little early during practice, maybe. But I guarantee that we'll probably see you still make one before the league's over.
Hopefully.
All right. Thanks. Well, folks, we have Caleb and Kof. They're going to be our third for round 2. Caleb's already here, but we're waiting for Kof. Usually that's never the case. So let's see. Yeah, we're waiting for Kof. Kof, you're the last one here, man. excuses, excuses. But he's here now, and I think we're ready to go in the booth. Is that correct? All right. Well, Kof, you're up first. Go ahead, bud.
Kof sitting at 11. He did miss that perfect round. Comes out here and smacks the band really hard. It's a forceful putt right into the band. Caleb's able to capitalize, though, knock that one in. See if Kof can readjust, recapitalize. Both these guys sitting at 12 points. Like I said, Caleb's going to have to put up 35 points tonight, and Kof's going to have to shoot worse than a 32 point. If that happens, Caleb can walk away with the title. He's not going to do it with putts like that, though. Off the band again. Uncharacteristic from Kof. Both these guys are going to take another 2 points. And that's what makes all the difference. Is just if you're consistently getting points, you're setting yourself apart from the rest of the field. Just you have to at least walk away with a point from every single distance. 20, 25, 30 foot. You need a point from all. Kof's starting to do just that. He's starting to pick it up. Caleb does the same right down the center. Ooh, Kof opens the door for Caleb to really take a big jump here. And he does it. It's putting Caleb down at 21 points.
Told you that we talked this next round, and you ended up showing to this round late. I think I'm going to blame that for being what's the cause of why you didn't shoot so well. You banded off 2 of the 3 positions and caged the 30 footer. What are you feeling like here, man? Feel like you're out here playing like you got it in the game? You don't.
Perfect in the third.
Perfect in the third. Well, I know that you had a goal of hard tonight. But I don't know if you're gonna get that tonight, but
I don't know.
But I do like that shirt a lot.
Thanks.
Sweet. Well, we're gonna catch you on your round 3. We got Ken and JJ already out here. Ken is gonna be up first, like last time, I believe. I think we've been changing it every week. I don't think that we're actually sure what order. So, yeah, Ken be shooting first. We're just waiting on some titles here. So, again, this is what we're looking at. Oh, all right. Well, Ken, you're good.
Ken's sitting at 5, JJ's sitting at 11. Like I said, JJ still has a lot to play for too here. He's able to capitalize and take that 3rd place. He's going to at least get his money back here. Nice easy putt from JJ there. JJ knocks it in. There's another 3 for him. He's sitting at 14 for the round already. Or 14 for the whole night. That might have fell under. Oh, I think it slid under that door. Under that door opens up. I think it slid under that. So it looks like we had a lost disc. We have a door over there to the left. It actually slid under it. That might have been the first time that's actually happened. Yeah. And that little pause kind of throws JJ off as he misses that putt. Ken right off the bottom. People saying Ken's disc might be a little tipsy there. He just seems a little off tonight. Yeah. Probably the weather. That's what I would say. Well, now it went over the underside. So we had a couple goose eggs there as we have a down low shot at Derek as they're looking for it. Good sportsmanship there. Jay going down and grabbing Ken's disc. Yeah. I think Kove is playing around thinking he's won this already, but I don't think he realizes that this is not a done deal for him. He can't take the foot off the pedal in the last week here. Now with the competition to Caleb. And Ken knocks in that 30-footer. Nice to see from him there. It's nice to see him get some points on the board. JJ as well. It's going to put him at 17 for the round. Pretty good start for him.
All right, so Ken, glad to see that you made the shot that really counted here, man. The 30-footer. So those are the ones you got to make. So I really looking forward to seeing you sink some feet. But I do want to say, truly, honestly, we are very, very appreciative of the commitment that you had for the whole league. Really glad to have you out here for all 6 weeks, and we really hope you had a good time.
Thank you, dude. I definitely had a good time. And it don't matter what I do out here. I just have a good time.
That's great, man. And that's exactly what I love to hear. So, good friends, good beer, good vibes.
Definitely.
Dude, thank you so much.
Yep.
So, he may not be putting up the points that, he needs to stay in contention with everyone, but he's got the spirit of a winner. That's awesome. So we got news here. Let's see if fatherhood can carry over to round 2. The fresh baby on the horizon. Well, not on the horizon. It's here for a whole month. Maybe we can have the baby on camera at some point. Introduce it to the world.
Might get the view count up.
And then are we ready to go? So Brian, you're good.
So Brian Jr. He had to take a couple weeks off to become a father, as that's a hard job and I guess a very emotional moment in one's life. So he took a couple weeks off. It's good to see him make it here for this final week. That's love and family right there for you folks. As Mike Jr., he's putting in the time and the dedication in the practice. You could tell. If he sinks this, I'm going to quit commentary. Just kidding. I can't do that, folks. I'm going to be commentating for Las Vegas. Awesome to see him knock those down, though.
I'm proud of you, man.
Wow.
Some cheers from
Yeah. He's getting some cheers from the bar. That's awesome to see. Like I said, newcomer, new to the sport, coming out here, and he's making a running for the playoffs. And unfortunately doesn't get that one. Nice putt there from Junior, though. Brian Jr., he's an interesting one. He's new to the sport as well, and he's one of those people that just naturally can throw the disc far. I remember he pulled out a boss once. I was like, why are you throwing a boss, dude? You're brand new. You shouldn't be throwing that. He threw that thing over 400 feet. I shut up that day. Never said a thing again. Brian's going to get another 2 points there. It's going to put him at 8, and he's sitting at a pretty good score as well. You can hear the fam out there. You can hear the cheers and the boos, and I love it. I'm so happy we were able to do that this year. We do have the stream going on out there. That's why it seems very empty in here. It was very crowded last time, and I think that was kind of the feedback that we got is being in such a tight space. Maybe Derek can cut to that later, and you can kind of really see the how tight we're actually working with. Breaking that apart and letting people hang out at the bar and drink and get food is nice. See one of them knock in a 30-footer here. Junior did it last round. Well, they're both juniors. Mike Jr. Right off the top. What do we got here? Ooh. We're going to go down to Derek here.
All right, so I want to talk to Brian over here and just see where we're at. Let's see who we got here. Mike, for both? Yep. Awesome. Yep. All right, well, Brian, and I know that you have to have been losing a little bit of sleep, am I right? But you've been putting up a showing enough to where you seem a little well rested today, so that's pretty good.
Getting there.
We're
getting there.
So, now that you've done 2 full rounds here, what are your predictions for yourself for round 3?
Hopefully I can just make more putts, man.
It's really just one shot at a time, right?
Yeah, man.
All right, man.
One shot at a time.
You're good, man. we got the other junior stuck here. We're going to talk to him and see. Well, you know what? I don't want to talk to him unless he puts up 2 more points for next round.
I beat my goal at 10. We did it.
That's right.
But hey, you know what? I have a shot for the playoffs.
You do. You're going to leave me hanging?
Now.
Oh, he's going to leave me hanging. All right. So we got Nick and Nate. Nate's going to be up first again, I believe. Yep. So Nate, you're going to be up first again this time. Do we have a?
Started first last time.
So he starts again this time.
Really? Okay. I started getting all 3 rounds.
Yeah, it's all a change here, folks. So, am I going to get the go ahead? All right.
Things change every round. Don't judge us. Oh, that's some pepper on it. Nikko, he's just trying to seal that 3rd place spot here. He just has to put a pretty decent round together. Anything in the mid-20s, I would say, would seal it for him. As Nate's kind of shaking his head at the basket, saying, all right, you going to do that to me? You going to play me like that? Yeah, that was odd. That was odd to see. Yeah, Nate's having fun. He's here to drink the beer. It's weird seeing it from this angle because he's kind of like practice putting behind him. Wonder if that throws Nick off at all. Yeah. Oh, man. So these guys are just having bad luck here. Nikko was able to squeeze that one in. He's going to put him at 14, and he's just getting those consistent points, and that's what it's about here, folks. And that really hasn't came into play yet. I haven't really seen that often, but disc already being in the basket and the disc hitting off of that could definitely pose a problem. No one really ever brought that up. But you're never really clearing the disc out. So, as we just saw there, plastic hitting plastic is going to bounce off. Nate celebrating there. Nikko is able to get that one. It's going to put him at 17. Nate can drop to, goes to 22 points. Nate's putting up a good showing here today, taking that perfect round. Nikko's going to have to settle for the 17.
Has to say this time around. You want to come and say a few words to the wonderful folks out on the World Wide Web. So first round, you were the first one this week to have a perfect round.
Oh, cool.
So you've now had a perfect round both weeks that you've been a That's a statistic to live down for the second annual Putt.
Oh, let's go.
And then you put up a pretty good both those 30 footers where you needed to, got yourself up to 22.
Yep, definitely needed some points.
That's
I missed
right.
every.
Yeah, but you know what? That's why there's 3 rounds, some ground to make up. So
Sure.
that third round can be a really make or break one for you. Get you in, see what your seating looks like and carry you forward. Maybe, we'll see what happens.
Oh, I can't wait till the finals.
How you
And bring it.
feeling? How you feeling about going into round 3?
Don't have my putters, but I will work with what I have. There's still Discraft discs.
Okay.
I wrote them on them.
So yeah, I was gonna say one of them looks like an AVR to me, but
They're not. It's Discraft.
It's Discraft, folks. Yeah. So I mean, to be honest, like I've said this plenty of times, but kind of dealing with that ambiguity there, it's making you a little more creative. So you're gonna have to fight for it, and that's what the viewers like to see.
Well, I'm definitely gonna fight because I lost pretty bad to Nikko last week, and I proved it last round, but not this round. So I still gotta put up some numbers against.
Well, let's see what round 3 brings, man.
I want to bring Cove down.
Well, and he's out here playing like he won it already, and we know that. That's
Yeah,
not
he
the
doesn't
case.
want to play me. That's the thing.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we have PJ. He's ready to go. Thanks, man. PJ's up, ready to go. Knows the drill, and we're ready to go. So whenever you're ready, you can shoot.
Yeah, folks, after this one here, we're going to be about halfway through for the night, so we are going to take a break after this, probably like a little quick 5-minute break or so. But until then, let's see what PJ does. You got to step away. There he goes. Make sure we call him out on that if he does that. There you go. Put him up to 6 points. Very nice. Is PJ the only one out here right now? Yeah. Ooh. Right off the band. Folks, as we finish up here for the second round, about to go into the third round, we're going to take a quick break. Let us know in the chat, who are you rooting for? We know we got a lot of Cove fans out there. Let us know in the chat, do you want to see an upset? Cove thinks he won this already. Cove is just lollygagging out here. He ain't putting up the numbers he thinks he needs. Caleb has one more round to do it. PJ from the 30-foot mark. A little low. I believe PJ says he plays in the intermediate division. As he bangs off chain there. Yeah, that was 30 foot.
All right, folks. Well, PJ, how we feeling, bud?
I think that means I won't make the bracket tonight unless I get a perfect round. And
There's still hope for that.
Yeah, and I probably won't be veto in the overall standings unless I get a perfect round.
Okay. Well, they got a lot to aim for. So let's see you bring in all round 3, man. So, folks, like Chris was saying, we are halfway through, and traditionally speaking, around this time we have our break. I'm going to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Millennium Golf Discs. One of the best disc golf families that we've ever come in contact with. We love you guys. Second District Brewing for really putting together and letting us utilize this space. It's awesome. 2 years in a row. Really grateful for that. Heiser Flip Disc Golf Apparel. They make these awesome hats. They got a lot of cool, they get our koozies and everything. So hit us up if you want some, because we have some. And then we have Disc Gulp, the drinking card game. They gave us some towels, and we're working on something pretty cool with them. So I'm gonna give it on over to
All right, folks, we are back here. We're going into the final round here for the winter putt and stuff. This is the final round of all 6 weeks, folks. Everyone that's been here, you guys have been supporting, you've been active in the chat. I appreciate it. Everyone that's came out for all 6 weeks, even if you only made it out for one or if you made it out for all 6, every person here is important. We appreciate everything. I think people are getting antsy. You think so? Oh, actually, I'm not even ready here. Give me a second. I went to the bathroom and took my break. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, a minute. A couple seconds.
Well, it looks like you're prepared do you want to cut to my feed?
Yeah, let's cut to you real quick.
So, folks, thanks for being so patient. Looks like we got a little antsy ourselves, or I did anyway. Yeah, we have Prue and Vito. This is going to be the final round for points placement to figure out what the bracket is. And then, as you know, we're going to be doing head-to-heads, match play styles. So, really, people still can cash this week. And then, walk away with a little bit of moolah. And then we got some overall payments to be had. The overall pot turned out to be pretty good. So we're really excited to the competitors. I'm going to take a look at. We are good. All right, Prue.
Sorry, folks. I had all the graphics from PJ still up. I forgot to go in and actually change all of them. So I know these guys are getting antsy, but Prue, doesn't matter for him. He's able to knock that in. Vito's going to take a drop there. Prue's going to knock another one in. He's only getting better as the rounds go. It's going to add 3 more points there for him. Yeah, you got to at least walk away with a point from the 20-footer there. Yeah, he's still sitting 11 to 10, so he still has a head-to-head over Prue. I know Mike Jr. sitting at 11, so I mean we have a lot of people hovering around that 8 to 12 mark. So we'll see how that kind of plays out here. Prue's able to knock that in. And there we go. Vito's able to get some points on the board. Very nice. So I still don't think Prue really has the enough points to really make the jump into the 3rd place spot, but nonetheless, I believe he came in 4th last year. He might be looking at another right outside 4th spot here. Yeah, I don't know who that was. That was some rando just kind of running across. Nice putt there from Vito. Prue knocks that in. That's going to put him at 18. And Vito putting together a good showing. Yep. I'm going to cut down the Derek.
All right. So, Prue. We're seeing you kind of improve as the rounds go. It looks like you were only 1 shot off from a perfect.
That's a lot better than the first 2 rounds.
I would tend to agree with you there. So I would say that might put you in a pretty good standing. Well, let's see. Got to wait to find out, man. Because we got a whole nother round for everybody else to play too. So stay tuned, folks. Thanks, man. We should be having up, and they're lollygagging, so I might need to go find them. And no, I don't. They're right now. We're going to have Brian first up again, and then hopefully we could see Mike Sr. put up some points here, because, he's been such a trooper this whole time. I'd hate for him to with 0 again this week. But, that is the game. Maybe some practice is in store. And it's kind of funny because I know that he owns this same exact basket. So he's got a missed opportunity of really getting an advantage up on a lot of these folks because most people, I think, don't really play on this basket. But it looks like we are ready to go. So, Brian, how you feeling? You ready to go? All right, we're holding. You can go ahead, bud.
Yeah, you don't want to get hit in the face. You're good to go, man. All right, we're live. We're rolling. Good start there for Brian. He's so close. He's hit it so many times. Just not able to knock those in. Brian takes another 3 points there. It's going to put him at 10. This is going to be a good match play here at the end. I'm excited to see how this is going to play out. So we're going to cut down to Derek's shot here. Kind of gives it a different perspective. This is more of the angle it was at last year for the live stream. Yeah. He's so close. And Brian Senior's off to a good start here. Or a good end, yeah. I don't know if it's a start. Senior's going for the perfect, not to jinx him here. One shot away. See if Senior can put in a 30-footer. Oh. Just couldn't do it.
Well, folks, as he's walking up, let's see. I overhear who we got here. Closest that you've ever got.
That was probably one other time.
I don't have any more chances.
Well, next year.
That's true.
I'm ready to come back for next year, guys.
Well, now we have seen Nikko putting up perfect scores during the match play finals for head-to-head. Now, they don't count or anything, but that's how you want to shoot if you're going against head-to-head with somebody. So that's
absolutely,
that's how you can walk away with the dub. See what happens with your standings, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So, folks, we have Kof and Caleb up next. I'm surprised they're not running in because Kof is he's always the one that's kind of egging everybody on. What's up, man? How are you? We got another bystander back here. I think it's really just the bathroom, but either way, seeing what the sport that we are involved in is all about. I think I might need to go and get them. So let's see.
There they are.
Okay.
And you know what? The putting graphic's working.
All right. Well.
Are we good to go? I'm just going to tell Kof to go. Let's go.
Kof, go ahead.
All right. So let's see. We are going to have an innocent bystander break this through halfway through. Let's see. We've done a little bit of both. We've done a little bit of both. Kof's going to need a big score here. Oh. Oh. That's going to be a tough one to swallow for both of them. Caleb here is going to need just about 10 points to take the win here. He's only 10 points away from stealing this thing from Kof. From week one, everyone's been yelling Kof. Kof's the best, Kof's the man, but he's only a couple putts away from really just kind of handing this thing over to Caleb. All right, spectator. Caleb doesn't care. He's going to shoot. We have one more shot. And we get it. Everyone knocks it. Coast's going to get another 5. That's going to put him at 23. Caleb. We've got Villa in here. I think I said that last week. We got Villa Putt in here. From the 30-footer, Koof's in at 23. He's going to need at least 32 to kind of give himself a better cushion. Oh. And that was a bucket that Caleb needed. Caleb sinks it. He's going to put Koof at 26, Caleb at 23.
Been seeing the back and forth between these two players. It's been neck and neck. You got it? But we'll see what the head-to-head gives both of you here.
I wanted that last one.
You wanted the last one?
Yeah, I wanted that last one.
Well, better luck next year.
I need to win the whole thing to even come close to getting the 35?
No, you won the second. You won the second, you beat him too.
So we're...
It's coming down to the wire.
Yeah, because you get the extra points for it. So folks, after, if you haven't noticed, first place gets an additional 5 points. Second place gets an additional 3 points. Right. And then third place gets an additional point. If I remember, it breaks down that way. Total.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Saying there's a chance.
All right.
All right. Well, so that's the exact type of matchup that we're really hoping for. We're keeping it close. We'll catch woo! All right. Well, so Coast coming in. And it looks like we have JJ and Ken ready to go, and it looks like they're ready to shoot. So if you're ready, I'm ready, bud. Well, we need two more seconds. Sorry. Ken, you.
Ken's in at 8 so far. He's right on that bubble for that one of those final spots for the playoffs. JJ battling for that third place spot. He's going to need a perfect round here to really put it up, and that's not going to do it there. Too much of a break for these guys. Better watch out down there. That one was close to hitting our cameraman. Oh. Almost had another innocent bystander get taken out there. There's nothing worse than getting hit in the face with a disc. Yeah, it hurts. Not in coverage. Just playing around with some friends and family. But folks, let us know in the chat, have you ever been hit by a frisbee? Specifically a driver, a disc golf disc. Because it hurts. And a lot of people root for Kof in the chat still. It's interesting to see how this is all going to play out. Yeah, it hurts. There we go. Nice putt there from Ken. So Ken's going to knock on another 5 there. Put him at 13. This is definitely putting him in a good spot to at least make the cut. I don't think he made the cut last week, so it'll be nice to see if he can make it to the match play here. And I think that's going to seal the deal right there. It's going to put him at 16. Ooh. Just a little to the left. So we're going to cut over to Derek.
That wasn't the last kind of showing that they probably, either of them probably wanted, but still good nonetheless. We'll be seeing Ken in the head-to-head bracket. So, I mean, depending on what the rest of the players on the field have, he put himself in a really good standing. So, you know, really excited to see that. Again, really great to see him out every week. JJ, I mean, just let's kind of call attention to the both folks on the last card that just shot. They're both new to the league altogether for us. So now they're not disc golf necessarily. I know Ken just recently started playing at Sedgley within the past couple years, so it's really good to see him become a member of the community. And next up, we have the juniors here. So, you know, I did say that I didn't want to talk to Mike Jr. unless he beat the other record that I had set for him. So let's see if he can, you know, keep up and go for it, and see if Brian Jr. can follow suit as well. I'm going to get the thumbs up.
We're rolling. Brian's sitting at 8. He's right around that bubble as well. People have been putting up some pretty good scores this final week. It's good to see. I mean, there's another point right there for him. Mike Jr. found his rhythm. Oh, wow. Wow. Junior sitting at 4. He beat your record. So Derek said he wasn't going to talk to him until he got to 13. Well, he's past that, and I think he might have sealed himself a deal for these playoffs. I hear cheering. I guess it's that far behind. Ooh.
It seems as though that messes with Mike.
Yeah. And I thought that was going to sail. Thought that was going to sail there on Brian. He finds a way to sink that in. And Junior's losing it a little bit here. Brian Jr. sitting at 10, though. It's really nice to see these guys put up some pretty good numbers overall for being definitely recreational.
Let's see what 30 feet brings, fellas.
We want to see both of you guys make 30-footers here. 30-foot, Junior's up. Sailed on him. Yeah, too much wind. Oh. And Junior was saying from the 30-foot mark, anticipating that hyzer and throwing it on that angle has definitely helped him land those. Almost had another one there. We're going to go down to Derek as...
I'm going to play some pickup discs, help the players out a little bit. Probably the personal best that you've ever had.
Oh, yeah.
14 points, man. That's a really great showing.
That's great.
It's, going from 1 to 5 to 14.
Yeah, it's a big improvement.
That's a significant improvement.
I wanted to be 5 tonight.
I mean, you almost tripled it. So let's call that a really good thing. And I feel pretty good about where your standings are for the finals.
We'll see. I mean,
so we only have, I think, 3 more people to play. So, I mean, it's still pretty close. So we'll see what your competition's going to look like. Now, remember, it is head-to-head.
Yeah, I know.
So you're not playing for points there. I mean, you are, but only against that other person.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Good luck, man.
All right, thanks.
Sweet. So we have Nikko and Nate. And it looks like they, they're not. Nate's not out here yet anyway. Nate's right there. Set yet or anything. We're still figuring out a couple scoring and everything like that. As soon as I get the thumbs up from Chris in the studio. All right, you guys are good to go.
I think so.
Nate first, yeah.
Shoot first for all of them. Nate sitting at 22 points. He did get a perfect round. Had a pretty light round for round 2. It would have been nice to see him here for the whole tournament. I think he would have definitely been a competitor, and I think while he might not have been up at the top with the top dogs, he definitely would be battling for this second place spot here. Nikko is just trying to keep his head above water and land spots on everyone else. Be nice to see him walk away with a third place podium finish here. He does miss that. Yeah. It definitely plays a factor is when those discs are in there, you can hit off of them and knock them out. These guys had a really tough outing in the second round. Both of them were very unlucky. A couple of them spit out, a couple off the chains. A couple actually hit the disc inside and fell out. And while it's in there for a second, it doesn't count unless it stays in. Nick's able to knock that in. Very nice to see from him. Outside chains, strong side too. Surprised that didn't stick. Right, Nick's able to get that. That's going to put him at 23. Nate puts that in, put him at 27. I'm just proud. Proud isn't the best word. It's not like I'm like their dad and I'm proud of my boys, but I'm just like so stoked to see everyone really putting up good numbers tonight. Some people we weren't expecting to really. I mean, both these guys are hovering around 30 almost here. Both these guys could surpass 30 with these shots here. That's really good to see that everyone's been improving and adapting as the weeks go by. Nate can knock this in to get all the way to 34. If not, he's going to have to settle for a 30 spot. Right off the bat, he's going to have to settle for 30. Still a very good score, though, nonetheless, and we will definitely see him in the playoffs. Nikko, unfortunately, doesn't get that, but we should expect him in the playoff as well.
Well, I'm gonna let these guys. They're gonna have a break this round. They both talked, to the camera. So we're gonna let it go. Now PJ is his way out, but we only got one more player to have for round 3. I'm really excited to see what our bracket's going to look like officially, see what that head-to-head is going to be, and I guarantee you it's going to be a really good showing, folks, because, I mean, everybody is putting up, they're playing like they want it, and that's exactly what we want to see. We got PJ coming in. If I get the go-ahead, we can just rock and roll. PJ, whenever you're ready, man.
This is it. This is the final for the 2019 semi-annual.
This is our final non-match play putt here.
By yourself? Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Get that in there. You want me to heckle you? Come on.
You can tell PJ's a little in his head, I think. He's doing math in his head as he's up there putting. He's got to go up there and putt, dog. Just go up there and shoot. He sinks that one. Nice putt there. Put another one in there. That's going to put him at 12. He thinks he's out of it, but he definitely could still be in the running. Yeah, I think he doesn't realize 16 is still a pretty good score. I think that's the biggest thing is he's in his head, and he's literally playing devil's advocate with himself, and I think that's affecting him. And I think that could be something to bring up to him. It's just, yeah, he was just too much in his head there for the end.
Well, PJ, I know you were a little hard on yourself this week, so I do want to just thank you for coming out. Now,
Yeah.
I will say that it was almost as if you had given up at the end there.
The last putt, yeah.
Yeah, the last station. Now, if you did drain those, and that number that you kind of had circling in your head, that could have put you in contention for bracket placing there.
Right. I spent a lot of time on the first 30-footer. Like I sat there and I was prepared. As soon as I missed it, it was like, all right, well, whee!
Yeah, and that's mental game is half of it. So again, thanks for coming out. Enjoy the rest of the time. And you did bring home the last stand. Any final thoughts?
Wish I'd been here the first 2 weeks.
That might be the case, but there's always next year, bigger and better things, man.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to seeing what your competitive season looks like this year. I know that you had mentioned that you were playing intermediate for the most part. So,
yeah.
Any upcoming tournaments that you want to kind of give a shout out to real quick?
I'm still in school right now, so I don't have any upcoming tournaments like soon. But I'll try to play the Delaware Championship when that happens.
Okay, that's cool, and it's going to be something that's a similar layout to Delaware Challenge. So and that's a tough layout, man. That course can eat you alive, folks. Thanks a lot, PJ. Well, there you have it, folks. We have our standard putting done, as Chris had mentioned. So big shout out to everybody as we calculate what our bracket. Stay tuned, folks. Are we still live? Because I want to show off. Yeah, we'll cut. Now, we're going to give kind of a tour here. Now, we had mentioned a little bit that we're operating off of some bare bones equipment here. Look at these two brothers hanging out. It's good to see. So we have our webcam here running into the machine. We have, if you did notice, we were a camera down this week, but we have this running down here to the USB splitter, to an old school capture card, bringing out my very first digital camcorder. Yes, folks, it's almost 15 years old, and it's still working. We're still using it. Big old shout out to Millennium Golf Discs. But again, folks, there's not a lot of space back here, so really implementing the coverage being played in the front of the house.
Folks, we're just going to take a quick break. Definitely stay tuned. You don't want to miss this head-to-head. I'm going to let you know right now. There's a chance Caleb could win this. So we just got to do some quick math. I'm going to cut away to just an outside shot of the brewery. Give us less than a couple minutes. We're almost halfway done. Do the brackets real quick, and we'll be right back. Thank you so much for everything, and to all of our sponsors.
I lock up there.
I think. All right, folks. We did the math. We broke down the brackets. First, let's cut to the scores so people can kind of take a look at what we're looking at here. There's a 15 or a 13-point difference between Caleb and Kof. 13 points off the 22 that Caleb put up would put him at 35. So Caleb needs 36 points to win it. With those 36 points, he would win the whole thing. Kof, what's Kof sitting at here? Kof's sitting at 26. That put him at 31. That's not anything better than what he put out here. So yeah, doesn't even matter if Kof wins tonight. If Caleb comes in second, he will win the entire event. So that's going to put him at 36 points. He will take home the entire thing. Nikko, I believe, 23 here. JJ, see, that's going to put him at 104, 106. So they need to put up at least 26. So both JJ and Prue did not put up enough points. So Nikko did solidify third place. We did come up with that. And like I said, all Caleb needs to do is come in second here, and it's all his. Doesn't even matter if Kof wins. So we're going to cut to the brackets real quick. I'm just going to talk to Derek. We're going to get everyone lined up, get all of our ducks in order, and we're going to do this match play here, folks, and we're going to end the 2019 Winter Putt and stuff. I hear them heckling each other out at the bar. So first up, we're going to have Caleb and Brian Sr. This is big here, folks. Caleb will be teeing off. Caleb is first seed right now, and he's the one to knock her off. I mean, he controls his own destiny now. Crazy to think that everyone thought Kof was going to take this whole thing the whole time, and it comes down to this, and he doesn't even control his own destiny. Definitely probably not a great feeling for Kof. We got Nate, and we got Prue. Sorry, folks, I'm just doing a couple graphics here. I just hear Derek going over some things over there. Some people are leaving, so I know they're kind of going over that. So just bear with us for a second. We have some people who unfortunately didn't make the playoffs. They're heading out. Did Vito just leave?
So Nate and Caleb are not in the at the moment. So we are waiting for them to return.
Oh, so we got a little bit of a spin here.
Yeah, we can't even like move forward at all, like because there's somebody for each matchup.
Yeah, I mean we could jump to Coach and JJ if you want it.
No, because JJ's not here either.
Folks, we lost everyone.
We lost a half of each matchup.
We have 4 people missing, and it's 1 person from each of the matchups.
Are you telling me that I'm making it to the finals right now? Is that what you just told me? Just like
Cove's here though. That's boy. It just kept some fresh air, folks. Fresh air. If anybody has their number, you should text them.
We never knew what happened. Yeah, folks, we're just running into a couple problems here. We're missing a couple people, so just bear with us for a minute. You know what? While we're waiting, let's watch a disc golf commercial.
Who does number 2 work for? The player that drew this card must throw a pooper for 1 throw on this hole.
So folks, this is it. Let us know in the comments below, what do you think could we do to bring this to the next level? Last year we set up a 1 phone. Just kind of did it. We didn't really interact with the audience here. We didn't have this cutting back and forth of this live stream. We just had a phone set up. We did that. We then improved that to having kind of graphics, cutting away, interviews, that sort of thing. For the people who've been here this entire time, let us know below, like, what do you want to see in this production as we grow it? This is something we plan on growing, and hopefully making it not even just a winter thing, but maybe even just a monthly thing that we do every single month at a bigger and better place. And we want to really bring this live coverage to the next level. So let us know below what you would want to see. Yeah, and for 2020 or even for the future for this year, if we plan on doing anything in the summer. Now I know how they feel playing the waiting game. Alright, so I'll at least show you some footage here. So I'm actually I'm gonna step away and actually take some putts so you can actually see me play really bad. Caleb and Brian Sr. All right, folks, it looks like we finally got our people back. We're going to cut to the bracket one more time. All right, folks. We're finally here. Finally wrangled them up. Like I said, Caleb's going to need to come in second here. So first he's going to have to get through Brian. Now Brian did knock off one of the pros last year. An interesting start. But Caleb is doing what he's been doing and just throwing it right down the middle with force. Brian Sr. is not giving up here. Oh boy. With these guys sitting at 3 points here now. Be careful there over Mike. From the 25-foot mark, we have Brian Sr. Oh man, he's making it tough for Caleb. He's not making this he's not rolling over, that's for sure. Wow. This could be an upset, folks. Coming down into the final 30-foot mark. I mean, if this is it, we might as well just end it here. Caleb's going to need to knock at least one, both of them to seal it. There's one off the basket. With this knocked in, Caleb is going to need this. And he finds a way. He's making it tough for himself. And we're doing sudden death from 30. All right, sudden death from 30. That should be charged. You're first. Oh, man. Looks like our phone lost another camera. We're down to one camera here. Yeah. Oh, man, this is tough, folks. We can't even cut to your audio. Oh, man. Caleb's going to miss that 30-foot mark. And Brian Sr. does it. We don't even have anything to cut to. I don't even know what to do right now. I don't even know what to do with my hands right now. Wow. That audio is on. Oh.
So in sudden death, folks, Brian Sr. takes it, and we hear an uproar from the front of the bar. Pretty awesome. Really sorry that we don't have a reaction camera for you, but that's something. And that kept him from really overtaking Kof there.
That's it. Kof took it. That's a win. We're at Nate.
So we're still going for weeklies here, yeah. But Caleb is out for this week's spot.
He did that last year too. Brian did that last year.
Unbelievable.
So we have Nate and Crew. Do we have them ready?
We do, yeah. Nate is first, right?
Yeah.
All right.
We're not ready yet.
Okay.
We lost the camera, folks, so we're in a weird spot.
So we don't have the camera that I was using died. It was not taking the charge, so we're.
We got the last couple of footage.
That was the most important footage of the
Yeah.
the whole league, right there.
Yeah, well, we just lost it.
Bar lit up.
Got some over here, man.
Was it a cell phone or was it?
Yeah. All right, we're good. So. All right, so we have Nate going first. Crew. And.
Nate, you're first. No, it won't. We need it to be plugged in.
Here, plug it into this John. We can probably get it in by the end. Oh, there's audio. They think that camera's working. It's not. Oh, man.
like the iPad, like technically the
Oh.
one that puts out more juice.
Yeah, that's what we have.
Okay, now.
I can't believe that died. All right, let's keep it rolling, folks. We're here. We're falling apart. This is the end.
Good to go. Nate first.
Man, once everyone saw that Kof won, the viewership dropped off. Everyone was like, yep, I don't need to see the rest of this. Nate's going to knock this in. We're still playing for something here, though, folks. Crew's able to sink that. Both these guys going to get a point here. So, Derek, I can cut to you. If you look at that camera, audio does come through. Yeah. As Nate's going to knock down a 3-point score here. Yeah. We're still on camera. We're still commentating on you, too. You're still live. Yeah, you missed that. We saw it. We do have the phone live again. Let's see what kind of battery we're at. Let's let it charge up. Let's actually let it play out until maybe the semis, and then we'll see. Prue misses that. So Nate, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. I really wish he was here from the start. I think he's a fierce competitor, and he's been playing really well for these 2 weeks here. Prue's able to get another point. Nate is also. He's going to respond. So Nate sitting with a 2-point lead over Prue. I don't know if Prue has won a weekly in the past 2 years. I know he's placed at least once or twice. I don't believe he's actually won anything. Still has a chance here, though. Nate came in second last week. First time here, comes in second, lost to Nikko. I think he's determined just to take the win here, make his money back. As he's coming through fierce, putting him at 8 points. And that's going to end it there. Yeah. Prue's unfortunate. We're going to keep the camera on, but we do have audio on there.
All right. Well, looks like you're moving on. I don't have a camera here, but we still do have you live right up here. Good showing, man. We'll see you on the next step.
Yeah, hey, hope to be continuing.
I like these craft butters you got.
Thank you. Sponsor, maybe. No. At this point, who knows?
And then next up we have Kof and JJ, right? So let's see if we can get them wrangled up.
All right, let's just show you the bracket real quick, folks, as we're going to have Kof and JJ up here. All right, folks. Yep, we're live. We're rolling.
Kof, whenever you're ready, man.
Kof knocks that in. And I don't even know, I'm pretty sure Kof knows now, but he is the 2019 Winter Putt and Stuff champion. Let's see if he comes out here and wins the whole thing for the final week. He's won 3 of the 5 weeks, which is very impressive. And he,
second place prize.
yeah, he's got a second place prize in there. He also didn't place once. So he's won 2, I believe, actually. Both these guys are going to be knocking out 3-point 20-footers. All right, Villa, we see you.
Shout out to Villa. I wish he was here.
Yeah. Hopefully this will get bigger and we'll pull in bigger names, bigger pros. I don't know how that went in. Hit the bottom of the band and somehow snuck its way in. Cove keeping it alive here. Man, our stream is dying today. Our cameras are dying. This is a tough final round here.
Blame the weather.
Blame the weather. JJ doesn't take that one there. Sitting at 5 points. Cove slams it down with the whammo, putting him at 8 points. Going for that perfect round. As we're going to move into the final 30-foot spot. Cove with a 3-point lead. Anything could happen here, folks. All JJ needs is at least one 30-footer. If Cove lands one, JJ's going to need both. Cove does it. And this could be it for JJ. He's going to need to knock both of these 30-footers down. And he doesn't do it there. So we're going to see Cove move on. We're going to cut down some audio down there if Derek has anything to say.
Get up. Get up, man. You're moving forward for the head-to-head. We're going to kind of come a little closer here just to make sure everybody hears you. We're operating with just this right now. So, but you're moving up to the next round for your match play. But going into that, how do you feel knowing that you're the overall champ?
I just found we did a perfect score.
But how
That's how I'm feeling. I feel really confident right now.
Okay. Well,
20-footers, 25-footers, and 30-footers.
Like clockwork. All right, man.
Like clockwork.
Bring that up to the next match play, and we'll see what you got for this week.
I hope so.
All right. Well,
Yep. We're going. We're live, folks. We got Nikko and Vito. Nikko was last week's champ. He did solidify the 3rd place here, so he will be making his money back. Plus, he did win a week, so he's actually walking away with something here. And I'm just glad to see that we were able to pay some of these people out here. I wish we had more gifts or more prizes for all the people, all the participants, but this isn't about participation. It's about winning. It's about coming through and sealing the deal. Nikko has shown consistency throughout the whole thing. Still has a chance to win some money here, too. He's walking away out of order. He doesn't know what's going on. Vito's got one more to seal here. And he sails it.
it's all falling apart.
We're falling apart, this production, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking through. Yeah, Bomb, you missed it. Brian beat Caleb. Caleb literally controlled his own destiny here. And Brian, the old head, he would be playing MP50 out here. Played back in the 60s or the 80s, he told me. Hasn't played really since. Comes out here and beats Caleb. All this hype that we're having just got shut down so quickly as he came here and ruined the day. And funny enough, I wish we had like a throwback here because the same thing happened last year to Brian and Alex Caldwell. Brian took him out in the final round in the match play in the final week, and it stopped Caldwell from taking home, I believe, first or second place in the entire tournament. I did miss who make those. They each made one, I believe. Correct? All right. Nikko squeezes that one in there. Going to put him at 8 points. Yeah, Bob, you definitely want to check that out. That was Brian almost put up a perfect round. Caleb missed one vital shot, and it was something. I wish we had a replay system to play back for you here. Nikko is going to seal the deal here. And he does just that. So, big shout out to Vito, though.
Oh,
on camera.
Well, I mean, how you feel now moving forward in the next bracket?
I'm already kind of on the victory lap from getting third place for the season, so I got to kind of change the mindset a little if I'm going to keep getting lucky putts like that. I might as well throw some good ones in there as well.
I mean, you're still in the fight here to win the payout for this week, and then you got your overall for the top 3 overall. So, I mean, that's exciting stuff.
Be a good close of the season to win 2 in a row.
I would say coming off of your birthday last week, so I know that you did say that you were hoping to kind of carry that forward a little bit, and it looks like you're ready.
And then I celebrated, and I kind of changed my mind.
Well, man, let's see what the next round goes
hopefully
for you.
more in the tank.
All right, man.
We're going to have Brian. Oh, boy. But he knocked out the other man. I don't know where everyone is. So Brian took off second place. Can he take away first place from Cove? Not take away, but at least beat him. And I would say that if he's able to knock Cove off here and make his way into the finals, that's saying a lot for Brian, and just taking a couple weeks off, becoming a new grandfather here, coming out and playing, and all the good times that he's had. Yeah, Cove still has competition, man. He just knocked off Caleb. Yeah, it's Cove. It's Cove. Yeah. So we're going to start it off here. Cove taking the shot as he hits that right off the basket. It's going to open up the door for Brian. Kisses chains. Was it a fluke? Did Brian put up the best game of his career just to knock away and spoil Caleb's chances here? Both guys are going to knock in 1 point. I got it. And which one of these guys is going to be going to the finals? Kof has made all but one finals. There's only one finals Kof did not make, and that was last week. And that was the first time. So, if anything, coming out every week, he deserves this win here. He's put up consistent rounds every single week. Let's see if he can walk away with a win here as well. He knocks that in. Brian's starting to lose it here. Kof's starting to close out here.
I think you missed.
So Brian's going to need to knock both of these down here to win this. And I really think, I don't know if Caleb just thought he had it in the bag. He was going to come to the 8th seed, and we had an upset there. And I still can't get over that, folks. It still blows my mind that Brian was able to seal that there. He's unfortunately not going to take this one here. It's going to put Kof back into the finals, but says a lot for Brian to really assist Kof there, and then Yeah. Kof took it here. Yeah, we're just gonna. Let's cut to it. Nate's up first. Nikko. Nate said he wanted a rematch, and this is it. Uh-oh. We got frozen up here. Man, we're dying here. The computer's dying. We got a freeze on the camera here. Oh boy. Sorry, folks. Now we're trying. Oh, we're just... Our stream's dying here. You can try to plug the phone back in after this. But what's the score? I didn't even see. I saw Nate made one. Yeah, so Nate's sitting at 1. Nikko is able to knock that in, put him at 2. All right, there we go. Just froze up on us for a second, but we're live. Nikko with the 1-point lead. Nate's able to take that away if he's able to sink this. As we have last week's finals head-to-head here, but in the semis. And we're connected down there, so we got another camera working. We're in a good spot here, folks.
We get a score check for you guys for balance. Some technical difficulties here.
I got 2-1 Nick.
Does that sound about right?
3-3?
3-3.
3-3. That's what I thought. 3-3. I said 2-1. Nate's up. Nate's up from 30. We got 3-3. All right, folks, we're starting to get, we got power going. We're in a good spot now. Nate's able to sink that. Nikko, like he said, he's basically doing a victory lap by now. He knows he took away 3rd. Nate sinks both. That's Nate. Nate got it. That is 2 weeks in a row. We're going to see Nate in the finals. And we got Nikko and Brian.
Yeah. Well, you already won, so I got my victory lap. You're up again. Oh, against 3rd place? Yeah. Nice. Against who? Brian. Nate Carn doesn't need a putt. Brian. Yeah, drive, yeah, approved. You lost your second, right? Exactly.
Yeah, he's the one that, oh, there he is. All right, folks, this is the 3rd place here. We're getting down to the finals here. I don't even think Brian cares at this point. I don't think either of these guys care. Brian knocked off the potential winner of the entire tournament. Nikko settles for 3rd. One of these guys are going to walk away with at least a little bit of money here coming in third. Let's see if Brian Sr. is able to do it. See if he can knock off another open player here.
This is Nick's last year.
Oh, yeah? So Nick will be making the jump into Open Division.
Yeah, Am Worlds will be
The final. Yeah, with Am Worlds coming through the Pennsylvania area, I bet you a lot of folks are playing AMs just for that, or they have been for the past year or two, just to get those points, just to compete in that. So both these guys nailed one. And Brian's able to squeeze another point out there. As well as Nikko. It's going to put Nikko at 3. Missed both of them? Yeah, I know. Sit at 3 total. That's going to put Brian at 6. It's looking good for Brian to take third place here. I would say walk away with something. Oh. Nikko's going to need to make at least one if he can make both. Oh. Oh, man. Nikko's going to need to make this. If not, Brian's going to settle for the third place finish. Oh. All right. No, Brian won.
Well,
Thank you.
great. So you found yourself in third place this week.
Yeah, I'm finally starting to get the groove of things.
Right at the end.
Right at the end.
But you're going to be walking away with some cash payout. We got an extra prize for you this week as well.
Awesome.
So, come see us at the end, and we'll. Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad to hear it, man. Sweet. So we're going to have Kof and.
This is it. This is the last match played, the last head-to-head. This is the end of the 2019 Winter Putt and Stuff. Like I said, folks, I'll say it again. Let us know in the comments below what you're thinking, what we did great this year, what we could have improved on, highlights, things you might have not have seen. You saw a lot of technical difficulties. Just let us know below. Nate's going to be first. I'm just letting the chat know this is going to be it. So we want to give a big shout out to 2nd District Millennium Golf Disc Golf. Is Kof missing his putters? Oh, man.
All right, Nate, you're going to be up first.
All right, folks, let's watch this finals here and see how everything plays out. Nate's going to be first. Can Nate take the win? Nate drops it. That putter could pose a problem the way it's sitting in there. Now it's even worse with how Kof's is sitting. Let's see if that plays a factor into any splash outs here. Not if you throw it right down the middle. It's just making it worse. Can Kof get affected by it? And he finds a way to fit it onto the other side. Oh, man.
That stay in?
That stayed in.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm starting to think the booze is talking here. So we're moving into 25-foot Kof off here. First little misstep. He's going to miss that. Very nice. I didn't even realize we had the wrong scores up. Uh-oh. Nate gets it. It's going to put him at 8. So Kove's going to need at least a 30-footer here. I mean, can he do it in walk-off fashion? That's the real question. Is he able to win the final week? He's known that he's won the entire thing. Add a little bit more extra cash for him. Or the newcomer, Nate, who, like I keep saying, I wish he was here the whole time because he has been putting up a show these past 2 weeks. Coming second last week, but getting to the finals both times. And really almost solidifying it there with that putt right there. Kove stays alive, though. Nate sitting at 11, Kove at 8. If Nate makes this, it is game over. So Kove can take it with this. If he makes this, this is it. He will win by 1 point. And he does it. He finds a way to do it, folks.
Well, I would say that I don't think that I could have asked for a better ending to this, man. You got first place for this week, first place overall. How you feeling, man?
I feel great. I had Whammo, Omega.
Dynamic duo.
That was the first week, I think.
Well, man, congratulations. You deserve it. You've been putting up a hell of a fight. Thank you for coming out. Stay tuned, and we will get you your money. So just hang out. We'll come find you, all right? Sweet. Well, Nate, if you want to come on over.
J6!
So, newcomer to the league. We appreciate you coming out. Second, two of your 2 weeks, you were in the finals.
Sure.
We've been saying it all night. We wish we saw you here all league, but next year we're holding you to it.
Yeah. Oh, I hope to be out. I only got 2 of the 6 weeks, but give Jay a run for his money, maybe. So we've got some competition next year, I hope.
Yeah, man. All right, well, second place, hang tight. We're going to give you some stuff for this week, too.
Cool.
Sweet.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, man.
Thanks a lot.
Well, there you have it, folks.
Let's bring it in.
Everybody bringing it in.
We're going to get some people here. We got Gatekeeper Media here.
All 3 of us.
Yeah, I'm going to bring people over. We're going to do payouts real quick. Big shout out to my girl Misty who made cupcakes. So that went out to everyone here. So the people who did come out, participation award, we don't want to give that. So let me bring everyone over and we'll kind of do payouts. You want to do that?
Ferry him over.
All right. Brian?
So, folks,
Brian's get Brian here. So Brian, you knocked off Caleb.
I ruined his dreams.
He controlled his own destiny and ruined it for him. Hopes and dreams. Not a big payout for you, though. You got a good $5, but you made it entertaining, and thanks for coming out. I know,
thanks, guys.
Family, the kids happening, and everything, coming out and doing that. It really means a lot for the support there. So
It was a great time. Appreciate it.
Sweet. It's good to hear. Hopefully we see you next year in a bigger and better place.
Absolutely, man.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.
Appreciate it.
No problem. All right, let's get Nate.
Where's Nate?
Nate. We got Nate.
Told him not to go very far, folks, but bring it on in here.
So like we said, Nate, got a little bit of money for payback for you there, man. So hopefully we see you next year.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That was awesome.
Any final thoughts? Any feedback? Anything you want to let us know?
It'd be nice maybe to have some different elements to it.
So
some elevation, maybe.
Change it up, maybe an obstacle.
Throw a loop or something.
Yeah, but I like the competition.
Okay.
I love the head-to-head. Like this, it really makes you stay on your game, makes you stay focused. If you lose focus, you're done. I had it. If I made both, I would have won. I lost focus for a second. He made both.
And all it takes is one putt.
Yep.
One putt changes it.
One putt.
Okay. Well, thanks for the feedback, man. We're really glad that you
I loved it.
you
I had a
enjoyed
great
the
time.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming out.
Hey, thank you.
Let's get tonight's winner, Cove.
Cove.
You know what? Stay over there. We'll get Cove at the end. We're not ready for you yet. Nikko!
So Nikko is he's on his way out. We're doing overall groupings. I think we're going to save Cove's kind of all for the same time.
Yeah, one thing that I did want to bring up is I wish we had a little bit more prizes for the folks. We do have bigger payouts this year, but prizes would be really nice. Nick, this is your second year out, man.
Hell yeah.
We appreciate you coming out and all the stuff you did, man. I would say with winning the other week, you at least made some type of profit. You made your money back. You worked out.
That's a great way to think about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
hell yeah.
Hopefully you enjoyed everything, and you'll definitely be out next year.
Yeah, depending on where it is.
Yeah, it's gonna
and
be
who I
bigger
can
and
get to drive me. That's definitely my mindset if it's not here, but I'm super psyched. Absolutely.
Awesome, man.
Well, thanks for coming out and showing your support.
Yeah.
And looking forward to seeing what your season competitively looks like as
Maybe
well.
we'll see you there
Me
at the
too.
Worlds, right?
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Oh, are you guys doing camera for that?
Oh, yeah, we'll be there.
That's the goal.
Let's
All
see
right.
you on lead card.
Something to work for.
We already got it, folks, but it's fine. And then now Caleb now, he was a little upset with the outcome of tonight. Essentially, that one round kept him from, keeping Cove from winning it. But let's get him on over here, get his final thoughts, and see how you feeling, man.
Oh, great. It was an awesome time. Thank you so much. I really didn't mean to say the things I said before about, what I said about you guys.
Oh.
So,
I don't even know what you said.
Either way.
So only beautiful vibes. This is the best time. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, man.
For hosting again.
So if we do have something for you.
Yeah. So we do have some cash for you to walk out with. So
Sweet. I didn't lose any money almost.
Yeah. So I would say you came out 5 weeks and you walk out probably with all the beer you drank. Maybe lost a little bit. You're in the hole.
Well, the beer, that's like way above this, but just the distance stuff. But I like the putters. I love the league. So thank you so
man,
much,
the
guys.
support,
Thanks
buying some of our putters in the competition made it, man. It was great to have you here.
Awesome, dude.
So,
Thank you so much.
Are we going to be seeing you at the Philly Open this year?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
We'll
Looking
be
forward to
there.
seeing what you're shooting that day.
Yep. I want to see what Mike Moser does.
Yeah, that's a
He's
stack.
won every year,
Stack card,
last
man.
2 years. So
He's got some competition this year with Fish and Princeton in there. So
yep.
should be
I
fun.
saw him out practicing the other week. So
Yeah.
All
Well, let's see. Stay tuned, folks, because we're going to be bringing that to you this year as well.
Yeah.
all right, cool.
All right. Thanks,
Rock on,
man.
guys.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Thanks.
And the man of the hour, the man of the 6 weeks, Cove. He's going to be coming over. Bring him on over here. Cove, come over here, man. We got some things for you.
All the fans in the group. You had a lot of fans in the group. Xander, you had a couple people in there. They were rooting for you the whole time. H-Bomb was there the whole time. You guys are finally seeing him play out. We got some things for you. This is tonight's win. So you get a 20 spot there for that.
Not too shabby.
For coming in first. Last year we had really cool posters. This year we have a little better of a pay out there. You walk out with a 100 spot.
That's awesome.
So overall, I think you did pretty good, man.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Like being out every week, it means a lot. So what do you think, this being your first year, how did you feel this whole thing went?
This is my first time in putting league
Ever. Wow. You put up a pretty good show for the first time ever. You're not bagging, are you?
Nah,
Just kidding.
I don't think I am.
We don't think you are.
I'm not afraid of the camera. The first week I was a little bit jealous.
Well, I know that the first time that we filmed you, you had some things to say about us being around you on camera. So, you know, but I'm glad that we were able to get you to warm up to us and kind of be just, you know, part of the experience.
Yeah. Yes, it sure was. I don't think people see it as it's really harder than what it looks. You have people in the background talking crap.
People
you have hackers. You don't hear that in the videos.
That's true. You're not hearing the heckling nearly as much.
No, you don't hear it at all, actually. And
up front, anyway. Probably at home, you probably hear it a little bit. But thanks again, man. We're looking forward to seeing what your competitive season looks like as well. What's the next tournament you got on the docket?
Whatever it flows. Whatever it flows.
Are you playing Philly Open?
Yes, I am.
We'll see you there.
I was sponsored and paid out for that, and I will pay it when I get there.
All right.
Other than that, I'm trying to sponsor the local Says Who Was.
Okay.
FSW, you hear me?
All right. Thanks, man.
Francis Sedgley.
All right, brother. Well, there you have it, folks. It's been a long 6 weeks.
Yeah.
We didn't have a bye week like we did last year, so
No.
we did have to count. We had to call one of the weeks due to weather. Today's weather was not great, but we have no wiggle room because we're going to be in Vegas one week from today.
Yeah.
Flying over there, and we're going to be bringing you MPO third card for the entire tournament, all 4 rounds. So we're really looking forward to it. Shout out to everybody who's been following us thus far. The support just through this past year is monumentally appreciated. So any last words for you?
Yeah, big shout out to our sponsors. One last time, Second District Brewing for housing this.
Beautiful space.
Beautiful space, a little small, and I think that's something that we're going to work on, but this place is amazing. The beer, the food is so good. Millennium Golf Disc, they are a big sponsor of Gatekeeper Media.
Absolutely.
Making this possible.
Best plastic ever.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everyone wants those super softs out there.
Shout out to Scorps as well.
Yeah. Lunar Quantum Scorps, get your bars to be Scorps. Shout out, yeah. Heiser Flip, Disc Golf Apparel, Scott Lewis over there. He does really good work.
These hats are amazing. The koozies turned out really good. And we have, what else did we get from last year?
From him? We got the koozies, we got that. What else did we get?
Or what were we got some other, we're getting shirts soon too.
Oh, yeah. So,
you know, keep on the lookout.
He's our apparel merchandise. He's local. He's a big help.
Yeah. So if you need anything printed, give him a holler.
And last but not least, though, Dan over at Disc Golf. All right, folks, that's going to end it here. I'm going to kind of just let it play out a little bit. If you have anything to say in the chat here, yeah. Friends of Sedgley Woods, people talking about Misty's Cupcakes. That's good to see. H-Bomb, Xander, all you guys for coming out, man. Every single week. It means a lot. We're going to be signing out here. Stay tuned for next year. If you don't subscribe yet, subscribe now. Follow us. And stay tuned. In one more week, we'll be over in the desert in Vegas. Take care, everyone.